Okay, let's take a look at what we're actually going to do to make our element pages for your book. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to open a new document. Now you can do it landscape or portrait, it's totally up to you. As long as it has 300 resolution, it's an 8 by 10, you're good to go. I'm going to first off start by taking my paint bucket tool. I'm going to pick a nice color and I'm going to fill my background. And from there I'm going to decide to design my background. So I'm going to make a blank layer, title it design, and I'll pick up my brush. Now remember, you can download any types of brush that you wish, or you can use shapes, whatever kind of makes you happy is totally up to you. So I've already downloaded these swirl brushes that I kind of like, so I'm going to use those. I think I'm going to use them in a nice blue. So I'm going to stick one over here. I might make it a little bit lighter. Maybe stick another one here. And I'm just going to make a quick little design just so you can get an idea as to what I'm going for. So again, you want to make sure that you're not making something that looks like a circus. We talked about this in class. You want to make sure that it's all unified. So from one page to another, you have something that is relatively clean looking for your project. So I really like that one. Maybe I will make another layer, stick that below, and maybe stick a couple of these in the back. I think they look kind of nice underneath. Okay, so that's going to be my design for the most part. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start to bring in your photographs. Now we talked about this in class. There's a couple different ways that you can do it. For one, you can take, so we're going to go to this particular photograph. You can take your photograph, drag it, and hover above where it says Untitled up here, and then drag it and place it on your canvas. Notice that it's going to make a new layer. I'm going to title this Asymmetrical Kid. I'm going to move that off to the side. Okay, and you can close these as you go. Save that one. Okay, I'm going to go to reflective. Now, for instance, maybe you didn't like the way I just did that. What you could do is go to Window, Arrange, and then you could choose any one of these organizations to set up your photographs. You can also float all in Windows, so it really depends on how you like to work best. So I'm going to choose 3 up stacked for now. And now we can see a couple of the images at once. So all we're going to do is take the Move tool, drag, and drop into our document. I'm going to close this one next. And then I'm going to take the last one, drag, and drop again. Notice every time you do that, it makes a whole new layer. So I'm just going to rename these really quick. I'm going to title this one Reflection Symmetry, so I know what it is. I'm going to title this one Reflection Mirror. And this is all off of balance. This is the element that we're working on for now. So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to set them up so that they have a pretty much a nice flow to them. You can rotate them. You can set these up any way you wish. If you're someone who likes to be super organized and you want them all nice in rows, that's your choice. They do not all have to be the same size. They can be different sizes, and you can set them up any way you want. So if you like one more than another, that could be your biggest one, and you can have 2 smaller ones to accompany that one. I'm going to put this one maybe right about here, kind of like that. So from here, what you need to decide is, do you want to add any layer styles to it? So over here on your layers palette, you're going to want to double click where you see this little hand. Notice when you move over in that direction, you have that little hand over on the right. You're going to get your layer style menu. This is something you should play with because we will not be going through all of them in class. Can't mess anything up in this menu. The more you play, the better you're going to get at it. So for instance, I'm probably going to add a drop shadow to mine, and we're looking at this kid picture right here, the asymmetrical one. I'm going to adjust the size so that I can see it a little bit better. You can also adjust the opacity, make it a little bit darker. You can adjust the distance. So again, this is something you have to play around with until you get something that you really like. And I kind of like that one. And maybe I'll add a bevel and emboss. I think I kind of like that. So I'm going to go with that. Maybe I'll change it to emboss. No, I think maybe I like the outer bit, but we're going to leave it at that. Okay? Turn it off and on, see what it looks like. Make sure you click on the actual word to get the options in order to get your options for that. So once you're happy with what you have, go ahead and click OK. Notice you get this FX on your layer. Now again, you don't want a circus, so you do want something unified. So you want to add the same thing to each picture. So if you press Alt on your keyboard and drag that FX, you're going to get this double arrow that you can see right here, and you drop it on your next one. So the double arrow represents copying, so you're going to drag that onto the next one. So from here, I'm just collapsing those so that makes it easier for you to see what I'm doing. So now we have all of these. Last thing that you need to do is pick up your type tool, and all we're going to do is put the title. So the title for this particular element is balance. So I'm going to type out my balance. Remember, just going to click and type. I'm going to hit my check mark, and I'm actually going to resize it this way, but remember, you can resize this pretty much any way that you wish. I'm going to resize it a little bit. I'm going to pick up my character palette, or with your type tool you can see you get all your other options up here. But I'm going to pick up my character palette, and I'm going to scroll through my fonts and hopefully find something I like. While I'm here, I'm also going to change the color because you can't really see it as it is. Black looks kind of nice. We're going to do that one. And remember, you can highlight the font title and scroll through it and find something that you like a lot. I'm going to try and find something that stands out on my background. Remember, you can change anything at any time. Oh, I kind of like this one. So I'm going to move it though because you can't really see it very well. I'm going to move this picture maybe down here a little bit. I'm going to leave my balance up here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Remember, you want to use the same types of fonts no matter what page you're on, so it all looks unified. From here, you could add the same layer styles to that as well if you wanted to, or maybe just one or the other, and you can press off these little eyeballs to see the difference. But you don't have to, and you can always try it out and get rid of it if it's something you decide that you don't really like. Remember, you can use any of these to make it bold or italicized, which I don't, and we're going to leave it like that. So once you have all three photographs, your best photographs, your exemplary photographs on your page, all you're going to do is do a file save as, save it into your book folder, and you're good to go. All right, good luck.